guys, welcome back. How are you? I hope you are doing well. I am good, thank you. Today's video, we are doing a get ready with me. This was a much requested eyeshadow palette that I used to, do a look with. I will be doing a 3 looks 1 palette with this palette. However, I promised I would just do a Chatty get ready with me using it as well, and that is Alter Ego's Artemis palette. This is a dupe for Tasha Denona's Metropolis. I received this from Leah, who is a wonderful subscriber. She sent me a whole bunch of eyeshadow palettes, including the Metropolis, which I have, well, the Artemis, which I have wanted the Metropolis forever, and it's just not in my price range, and so I'm so glad she sent this to me. I am so darn excited. So, since you guys asked for me to do a look using this palette, I thought we'd just yak. Well, I did. I have not used this at once. I don't even know what the pigmentation is like with Alter Ego because I've never used Alter Ego. So I'm probably going to be going in I don't want to say that I'm going in somewhat hesitant, but I am going to be a little careful because I don't know what the pigmentation is like with Alter Ego eyeshadows. I have primed my eyes with my Essence Intensifying Eye Primer. It's in a project, and I'm just setting my primer with Creme Brulee by Wet n Wild because I do not see a shadow this shade that isn't a shimmer in this palette. Have any of you ever used Alter Ego's eyeshadows? I'm really excited about playing with them. I don't know what they're going to be like, but I'm really excited. I think we are going to start off with this shade right here. It's called Snake, I think is what it says. Snake or Shake? Snake. But it's a beautiful burnt orange, and I am just taking kind of a fluffier shader brush, and I'm getting it on the tip, and I'm just going right into my eye socket with it. I'm just going to concentrate it right in there. So how have you guys been? I have not been well. I have been very ill, so I haven't filmed in quite a while, and so this is quite pigmented. So I'm glad I'm going quite, conservative with my application. And I am just putting it all in that socket and just making strokes back and forth, trying to work it up and out, unless my hand shakes and then I put eyeshadow where I'm not supposed to, which is highly possible. And then once I get most of the product, into that socket, I'm just turning this flat shader brush. I'm just turning it so it isn't right in the socket, and, kind of letting it go upwards instead of just concentrate right in the socket. This is just a clean brush, a fluffier brush, and I am just going over the edges to make sure that they're smoothed out. So this is quite pigmented. I'm surprised at how pigmented it is. I'm going to take the shade right next to it called Quiver. Maybe. Is it dark? I thought it would be dark. This is Snake, and that's Quiver. Quiver is not quite dark enough. I'm still going to take Quiver. And I'm just using the same brush, picking it up again and going back in that socket just to darken up that outer part of my socket. I'm not really taking it all the way across. I'm just concentrating it right on this outer part. I'm still using Quiver, but I'm now putting it on my lid on just that outer part. I was hoping I could build it up to be a little darker, but it is dark enough to darken up that orange. It's just not quite what I was envisioning. I'm just going to take what's left on my brush and run it under my lower lash line. I'm going to take Conquer here, this beautiful red. It's a shimmer. That's what it looks like. Really pretty, and I am going to work it on that outer V on top of, what was it, Conquer? Quiver, sorry. And I am putting it also in the socket, but it's mostly concentrated on the lid. Can you see that? So because I've been so ill, I've watched a ton of videos, lots of news, of course. I'm a news junkie, that's what my kids call me. But also true crime. I'm a huge true crime buff. I've been a huge true crime buff my whole life. It's one of the reasons I got into law enforcement. But lots of true crime, news, even makeup tutorials. I never watch makeup tutorials. Once in a while I do, but it's very rare for me to. But since I've been so sick, I've been trying to keep my mind occupied with longer videos that might pique my interest. I've been watching food videos, watching how to make food, but also people, you know, trying out different foods. Now that I could get behind at the moment, although I don't need to eat, but I could really get behind that right now because I'm not eating much just because I don't feel well. Okay, now we're taking Lupe, this dark brown right here, and I am putting it right over Conquer, but just on the outside. I'm hoping it's dark enough. If not, we'll switch to the blue. I thought I would do a look that, you know, I would wear this to work. It's really pretty. I feel like I'm not really getting that brown. Let's try a different brush. I'm going to use a flat shader brush and see if I can pick up that brown better. I'm not impressed with the shade Lupe here. I cannot darken up that outer side, so I'm going to take Bow, which is this really dark blue, and I'm just going to use it to darken up that outer. I don't want a heavy blue presence, I just want it to be a little bit darker. I'm going to take the shade Scent right here. It's this beautiful like duochrome. Can you see that? So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it on my inner corner, but I'm using a brush so I have a little more precision. Go back in with Conquer, that red, and build it back up. Pull it over. What is it? Scent, just a little bit. So we have Bow, that dark blue, then Conquer, the red, and then Scent, that beautiful duochrome. And I just want to kind of blend the two. Okay, let me go do the rest of my face and I'll be back to finish this up. What do you think so far? I'm liking it so far. We'll see how it looks with the finished product. All right, guys. So on my under eye, all I did was use this brush that I had used to pick up the brown and the red, and I just ran it on my lower lash line. And now we are going to do my inner corner, and I think I'm going to use this shade right here. It's called Obscure. It's just like the champagne. I think it's the perfect inner corner highlight. Oh, that's pretty. That's a really pretty color. Can you see that? Pull it up just a little bit. So I didn't do anything else to my eyes except I lined my eyes with my Clio Noir purple because it's in a project for this month. So that's all I did to my eyes. I really like the Artemis palette. I was disappointed with this brown right here called Lure. It just wouldn't show up. I think if I used it like in my transition, maybe it would have worked better, but all the rest of the shades were gorgeous. Oh, on my lips, do you guys want to know what's on my lips? I put Purity by Nude Sticks on my lips. I really like the shade. I like that it's a little deeper of a nude, but it does not take away from my eye whatsoever, because I really like my eye. It's somewhat bold, bolder than I tend to wear, but I really like it. So I like that it just, it's more of an enhancement than a statement. So yes, I really like Purity. So that's it, guys. That's my video for today. If there are any palettes that you guys would like me to use to do a get ready with me, I know that I do my 3 looks 1 palette, but if there's one that you would like for me to just talk about and tell you how it's performing for me, leave it down below and I would be happy to do that. I'm just trying to change things up a little bit with my channel this year, and so any feedback of what you guys would like to see or not see would be helpful. Please take good care, guys. Be safe, be smart, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.